My name is Patrick Adams, and I am principal of Roseville High School. It is my distinct honor on behalf of our school board, faculty, and staff to welcome you to Roseville High School's commencement ceremony of 2017. At this time, I would ask that we all rise and remain at attention as our Roseville Honor Guard displays our nation's flag for the playing of our national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. Graduates, please be seated. Please join me in paying tribute to our honor guard. Thank you. This evening's event is a ceremony, and in keeping with the dignity required of all ceremonies, we asked that respect is practiced throughout the event. Respect for the graduates and respect for the graduates' friends and families means that we will allow all speeches, roll call of names, and receipt of diplomas to happen without shouts, clapping, call-outs, or earphones, and we thank you in advance. Before our next introduction, I would like to offer a note of thanks to those who made this event possible. To our Board of Education for securing this beautiful venue for our ceremony. To the staff here at Bethesda for being so accommodating. To Mrs. Eckhout and Mr. Check for doing all of the organizing. To Mr. Cheshire and Ms. Collins for their dedication and for our beautiful music. And to the junior class's top 10 for serving as honor guard. Thank you for all of your collective efforts. Now at this time, it is my pleasure to call to the podium Mr. Mark Blaskowski, our Deputy Superintendent, to introduce our 2017 Teacher of the Year.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I have the distinct honor of introducing the 2017 Roseville Community School High School Teacher of the Year, John Grommans. Mr. Grommans began working for Roseville in 2007 as our hospitality management teacher. After years of working in the industry, he has shared this experience with our students while maintaining state certification. For this program, it requires many extra hours of planning and reporting. But more importantly, Mr. Grommans has demonstrated how he changes the lives of his students. He is energetic, he's enthusiastic, sharing his passion of his work. He motivates his students to step out of their comfort zone by trying new things and to work on employability skills, such as providing quality service and improving their communication skills. These skills are going to help them in any future career that they choose. John is also very optimistic and believes in people. He believes that all his students have unique qualities that can succeed in anything that they choose. He said in an article to Sarah Allen and Jacob Baruth, "My students show me the best of what our future could be. In my 10 years here, I have seen amazing kids and see how they blossom in the environment. Mr. Grommans, let me say, you have shown us the best of what a teacher can become." Help give me a warm welcome to John Grommans, the 2017 Roseville Community School High School Teacher of the Year.
And it's now my honor to introduce to you your salutatorian. Roseville High School is proud to present Autumn Marie Van Dam as salutatorian of the class of 2017. Autumn is the daughter of Thomas and Alexis Van Dam and has one sister, Megan, 15, a freshman at RHS. Would Autumn's family please stand? Autumn has been an active member of the National Honor Society since her sophomore year and is a recipient of certificates of achievement for art exploration, geometry, trigonometry, algebra, jazz band, civics, leadership, an academic letter, and the Presidential Award. This year, Autumn is being recognized for her award in calculus, band, as well as her place in the Phi Beta Kappa Society. Autumn received the Saginaw Valley State University Founders Scholarship and a scholarship from the Roseville Community Schools Scholarship Foundation. Complementing her academic accomplishments, Autumn is a member of the jazz, symphonic, and marching bands. She has received numerous first and second division ratings for her solo performances at both the district and state levels. Due to her musical accomplishments, Autumn has been chosen as the 2017 Outstanding Senior Instrumental Music Award recipient. In addition to her musical accomplishments, Autumn also volunteers for Roseville Community Schools, the Roseville Public Library, Kaiser Elementary. Autumn will attend Saginaw Valley State University to pursue a double major in special education and elementary education. Please welcome Autumn.
Friends, family, faculty, and fellow classmates. Today marks the end of a chapter and the start of a new one. Today is a day to celebrate and grow in the midst of this remarkable accomplishment. Today is a day that we will remember for the rest of our lives. Today, June 6, 2017 is the beginning of our bright futures ahead of us. But as I stand before you making this speech, I cannot help but look back and think about what has led us to this point. Our school career began 13 years ago with the start of kindergarten. Back then, our days consisted of recess, arts and crafts, and adding 1 + 1. Author Patrick Rothfuss once said, "When we are children, we seldom think of the future. This innocence leaves us free to enjoy ourselves as few adults can. The day we fret about the future is the day we leave our childhood behind." As children, our future was only a dream that would be morphed and changed as we grew older. For me, I thought I would have a mansion like Barbie's dream house and a job as a doctor, which I now know I would despise. Childhood was stress and worry-free, but when middle school hit, we gained more responsibilities, more worries, and sadly, more homework. This is the first time we contemplated with the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? Our future was becoming more of a dream, more of reality than a dream. Even though we were not exactly ready for it, our childhood was transforming into adulthood. Next came high school. It seems like only yesterday when we were freshmen struggling to find our classes in a new and intimidating environment. Now we are seniors who are about to take on the real world. It may seem cliche to say, but high school is where you grow up. 4 years ago, we didn't have jobs or driver's licenses. We were not prepared to take on the independence and responsibility of adulthood like we are now. Throughout the past 4 years, we have gone through the ups and downs, the good and the bad. But somehow, each experience has matured us and molded us into who we are today. The dances, the sports games, the classes, and the concerts, to name a few. But these experiences would not be the same without the people who impacted them. It is the supporting families like mine who came to every event and was your #1 fan. The friends who stuck by your side and made unforgettable memories with you. And the teachers who were more than just educators, but role models and friends in a time of need who made our high school careers. When we look back on high school in 20 years, we may not remember how to take the derivative of 9x squared, but we will remember the teacher that taught us that, the friends who we studied that with, and the parents who were proud that we got a good grade on the test for it. On this journey from kindergarten to now, the memories that stick out for me are impacted by important people. I remember the first time I made a friend back in kindergarten, Cheyenne, who I'm still friends with to this day. I remember my trip to camp in 6th grade, where I did not know how I could survive without my parents for a whole week. I remember the teacher who first taught me how to play the saxophone, Mr. Bell, who changed my life forever. I remember my math teacher in 9th grade, Mr. Hansen, who was a friend to all and inspired me to go into teaching. Most importantly, I remember the friends I had throughout the past 4 years who I did everything with. Grade school is an important journey in our lives, and it is the people we surrounded ourselves with who made our journey into something special and memorable. Back in elementary school, we never could have predicted the journey that has led us to this point. In the words of the famous Mr. Ryan Hansen, you never know where you're going till you get there. If you think about everything that has led you to this point, could you have imagined where you are today back in kindergarten? Life is unpredictable and changes at every turn. As we begin the next chapter of our lives, remember that the possibilities are endless. Whether the next step for you is college or going straight into the work field, each one of us has the potential for greatness. The journey we have taken so far has prepared us for a big and bright future. There will be obstacles in the way, but never settle or give up on your dreams because you never know where you're going till you get there. To my fellow classmates, strive for success, strive for greatness, and strive for nothing but the best. I wish you all the best during the next journey of our lives. Always remember this 13-year journey that molded it and shaped us into who we are today. Remember the people who impacted you the most, and remember the experiences that changed your life forever. Be proud you made it this far, but don't forget that this is just a stepping stone into the future. As my speech comes to an end, I leave you with this quote by Walt Disney. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. So, Roseville class of 2017, be courageous. Thank you.
I would ask the members of the Symphonic Choir and the graduating class to please come forward.
it's now my honor to present to you your valedictorian. Roseville High School is proud to present Miriam Olowafumilayo Oloko as valedictorian of the class of 2017. Miriam is the daughter of Bashir and Fatima Oloko and sister of Ibrahim, a 2012 RHS graduate. Would Miriam's family please rise at this time? During her years at Roseville High School, Miriam has been the recipient of the Roseville Optimist Essay Award, Presidential Award, an academic letter and certificate of achievement in Spanish, U.S. history, physics, and English. This year, Miriam has earned the academic certificate and certificate of achievement in AP chemistry, and she is in the mathematics department's outstanding senior. Miriam has earned membership in the Phi Beta Kappa Society, National Honor Society, a place in Channel 7's Brightest and Best, and is a recipient of the All-A Honor Roll for the past 4 years. Along with being an integral part of the anime and Spanish clubs, Miriam is the recipient of a Roseville Community Schools Scholarship, the Burger King Scholars Scholarship, and the University of Michigan Literature, Science, and Arts Scholarship. Outside of her academic achievements, Miriam has volunteered at Beaumont Hospital and the Muslim Community Center of Detroit. Miriam will attend the University of Michigan School of Literature, Science, and Arts to major in biology on a pre-med track. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miriam.
Good evening, parents, family, friends, distinguished guests, and my fellow graduates. Thank you all for coming here today to witness a moment we've all been waiting for the past 4 years to be exact, the big event of graduation. I remember when I was younger that the idea of high school scared the living daylights out of me. Back then, whenever my friends and I would talk about high school, the lights would dim, and then off in the distance you would hear a thunderstorm brewing. It was a scary topic for me because I had heard so many strange things about this infamous high school. How once you got there, you'd fail, you'd be lost, you wouldn't be able to make any friends. It would be how it is in the movies, chaotic, stressed, and difficult. And with the help of God, I was able to prove all these looming superstitions wrong. Well, except for the chaos, stress, and difficulty part, because that was nothing short of reality. I was able to succeed in my high school experience because I was used to the different things and used to being in different environments. I was born and raised in Nigeria, and it is a beautiful country. And it is a beautiful country that I am proud to have come from and been immersed in Yoruba culture. They also have the best food too. There's nothing better than my mom's jollof rice with a fresh plate of batasuya, and don't even get me started by gala and plantain chips. As for being in school for the past 4 years, I was always that student who was fumbling around in the halls trying to find my next class, carrying my heavy backpack that weighed 50 pounds because I couldn't find my locker. It was too far away from my classes. I remember those clustered filled hallways where students would just stand in the middle of them, despite the warning of the minute bell, hindering any chance of passage from one class to another. I would always have to matrix myself between shoulders and sides just to get to my afternoon classes untied. Also, carrying a heavy luggage that may have whacked a few people in the process didn't exactly help as well. Now that I'm a senior, the school seems so tiny compared to how it felt 4 years ago. Every nook and cranny I thought I'd never remember, I now remember from the back of my hand, location-wise. And in regards to making friends, there are plenty of opportunities to do so. It's just up to you to decide whether you want to make that extra push or not. It is as simple as saying hi or what's your name. Heck, one of the greatest friends I've made started with a mermaid drawing. So you never know what could happen if you just say hey. I've made some great friends in which you guys know who you are, that I'm glad to have met and gotten to know of individually. Thank you for always sticking with me and my goofball personality. Next, I want to talk about my teachers. There is an old proverb that says, if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. But if you teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. Thank you to all our teachers from elementary school to middle school and to high school for teaching us all how to fish, because the knowledge you've given us will forever be precious and valuable to us as we embark on our future journeys. I want to thank all my teachers for putting up with me and giving me so much helpful knowledge and inspiring me to achieve greater heights. And I want to thank all my math and science teachers for making me be engaged in the sciences and mathematics, as those were my favorite core subjects. To all my teachers who wrote recommendations for me throughout high school for scholarships and college opportunities, so Mrs. Jordan, Mrs. Allen, Mr. Smicka, Mr. Zimmer, Mrs. Zika and Reed, and Mr. Hansen, thank you very much, and for taking the time to write those for me despite how busy you guys were. I want to give a shout out to the best counselors I've ever had, Mrs. Delpias, for helping me throughout the first 3 years of high school, and Mrs. O'Callahan for being the real MVP and helping me through whatever inquiries I had and providing me with so many scholarship opportunities and just being such an amazing, wonderful person and individual. To all the kids who have yet to enter high school yet, respect your teachers and your counselors, because those are the people who will have such an amazing impact on your life and education. Shout out to my AP Bio squad, Lee, Kaden, and Rachel. You guys made AP Bio the most hilarious and fun class I've ever taken. And thank you for always sticking with me after all these 4 years. And to my underclassman buddy Valencia, I wish you the best luck, and I hope we stay in contact. Hashtag Espaguetis, hashtag Binoculars. I want to say one last final adiso to all my friends. And for those of you who don't know what adiso means, it means goodbye. And it came about because I was too lazy to say adios and kept slurring the word. And it just sort of stuck on from there. And I know what you're thinking. Who slurs the word adios? But trust me, it happens. I want to thank all my family and friends for being here today and from the start of my academic journey. Thank you so much for always supporting me in whatever I do and pushing me to do and be my very best. And to all those wonderful people who are sporting gold gillies and head ties, thank you for your continuous support. Shout out to my amazing little cousin, Hamna. Hamna, my advice to you is to take it one step at a time as you progress from middle school to high school. Times might be rough, but I'm sure you'll get past it and do an amazing job. You are like a little sister to me, and I'm going to miss you so much when I go off to college. I want to thank my brother Ibrahim for being the best brother in the world and always being there for me and giving me so much advice on just random yet valuable things. You made life better and funnier, and I wish you the best of luck and your future goals with anesthesiology. I want to thank my dad for being there for me and just being so funny and always supporting me financially. Thank you for leaving your job as a doctor back home and starting afresh so that me and my brother could have an opportunity to make something of ourselves. And lastly, I want to thank my mom especially because she's my role model. Mother, you have always been the light to my gloomy days and the strength that has gotten me past so many obstacles. You are an outstanding woman who is beyond compare and the role model I will forever always look up to. Mother, this is for you. For the English translation, Mother, you are a precious gem that money cannot buy. You have always been there for me every step of the way, from when I took my first steps to now as I firmly work on my feet on stage. Thank you, Mother, for your endless love and support. I could go on for years about how special and amazing you are, and it still wouldn't be enough. Esheganimao. So, for closing remarks, my advice to my fellow graduates is to find and follow your passion. You don't need to be perfect, but rather be yourself. And as our senior quote by Les Brown says, shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land amongst the stars. This couldn't be any more truer. Throughout high school, I've seen so many of you give up and call it quits before anything has even begun. Challenge yourselves to go further than your limits and to try things you were afraid of trying before. Open up and shine the brightest amongst the stars once you embark on your future travels, whether you're going to college, to trade school, the army, or still just finding yourself out. The first step of achieving greatness is by trying. And yes, it is impossible to live without failing at something, and some of us give up right after we experience failure. But it is those who rise above their downfalls and achieve new heights. For failure means you've challenged something. Some of the world's most successful people have failed. Take Walt Disney, for example. He was fired from the Kansas City Star because his editor felt that he lacked imagination and didn't have any good ideas. And I don't know about you, but my favorite Disney movie is The Little Mermaid, and I'm so glad that his lack of an imagination didn't stop him from achieving greatness and creating memorable Disney movies we all know and love today. Disney now has an asset of about $91 billion, has taken over the world, and has revolutionized and refined American childhood. Moral of the story, it is okay to have a few mishaps here and there, and have a few blunders, but through love and support, courage and motivational drive, we can rise above and achieve greater heights. As B.B. King once said, the beautiful thing about learning is that nobody can take it away from you. It is up to us to go that extra step to unlock that door we've kept closed for years, and to step confidently right through it. I am proud to be a class of 2017 valedictorian, and I hope that wherever life may take us, and whatever path we may find ourselves treading on, it shall be a great one. Congratulations, graduates, and thank you.
Members of the Roseville Band to come up on stage, please. present the class of 2017 to Mrs. Teresa Janae, our school board president, I would like to offer just a couple of brief comments to our seniors this evening. You know, being a principal who's new to a building is a bit challenging. The seniors are usually comfortable with the way the building works, the way the teachers teach, the way the schedule runs. So the new principal usually stumbles their way through the first few months, beginning to learn the culture and the people. My start here was no different. But what I did learn from you, the class of 2017, will forever stay in my heart. Will forever be the foundation for what a unique and special place Roseville High School really is. I learned that there's a unique toughness here. And I witnessed it in a small way at our Powder Puff game in the fall. Quite possibly the worst weather in Powder Puff history, when players like Caitlin and Brittany competed and battled while Coach Gonzalez brought home the victory in spite of conditions. Toughness. I learned that you're gifted in all of the arts, not only in music, visual, but on the stage as well. And I witnessed this firsthand by the musical performances of Maddie, Tyler, Christian, Victor, and Rachel, as well as the remarkable performances in the spring choral concert. Indeed, gifted. I learned how passionate you are. I saw this firsthand from our mural unveiling. What a remarkable love for one's work that I saw when Jalissa, Kay, Ajane, and others unveiled those remarkable treasures on that one April afternoon. Purely passionate. And I indeed learned that you, as a class of 2017, are compassionate beyond words. Whether it was advocating for your fellow student or acting selflessly on behalf of another, your example was evident. Savannah, you showed how a young woman could be an inspiration. And I learned that Roseville has pride. And you demonstrated this in many ways, but none so bold as our lip dub. From Kayla's dancing to Anthony's cameo appearance, it was an expression in who you are and how you love your school. So thank you. Your new principal is now your old principal, and you taught me a lot. Mostly, though, you taught me that this is a special place, and you are special young people. Mrs. Janae, along with being tough, passionate, gifted, and proud, these students have fulfilled all of the requirements for graduation, and I proudly present to you the class of 2017. Thank you.
Sorry, they told me I needed a box because they couldn't see me this afternoon during rehearsal, that I looked like a talking podium. So I had to get my little stool here. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I would first like to introduce the Board of Education, and please hold your applause to the end. Mr. Alfredo Francisconi, our Vice President, Greg Scott, our Secretary, Matt McCartney, Treasurer, and our trustees, Kevin Switnowski. Miss Ruth Green is ill this evening, but she did want to send her best wishes to all of you. And to Joe DeFelice, our Hollywood star on the end down there, who had some eye surgery. He's also said he signed autographs or something when that was over. I don't know about that, but anyways. But I would like to congratulate all the graduates and thank the parents, grandparents, family, and friends here tonight. Thank you for your continued support for allowing us to educate your children. Congratulations, graduates. As I speak for all the board members, this is our favorite time of the year. Together with our administration, staff, and teachers, we work hard all year to guarantee that our students continue to get a quality education. We are all so proud of each and every one of you. After the past 30 years as a board member, I have attended many plays, concerts, awards, and school events and graduations, all to my pleasure. A few weeks ago, I had the opportunity, though, to finally see my first grandson, Cam, in his kindergarten concert and graduation. Get upset. Yes, I'll admit, I cried, but grandmas are allowed. Isn't that right, grandmas? And moms, too. I noticed they had a banner across the stage that read, "Follow your dreams." I thought how appropriate it was for our graduates as well. When I asked some of the kids what they wanted to be when they grew up, and some said princesses, bad man, superhero, a teacher. Yay, someone wanted to be a teacher. Yes. I'm sure all of you had to come up with the same dreams, but your dreams, I'm sure, have matured since then, and at least I hope they have. But teaching is still a good choice, so if you want to think about that still. But whatever you choose, make sure you love it, because you're going to own it for the next 50 years. So here's a quote from Buddha: "What you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. And what you imagine, you create." I noticed your class song was timed by Imagine Dragons. No, I'm not going to sing it, lucky you. But one line in the song is, "It's time to begin, isn't it?" So define your dreams and make them happen. Congratulations. So with that, Principal Adams, it's my honor and great pleasure on behalf of this Board of Education to accept the 2017 graduating class of Roseville High School. They have successfully met the requirements set forth by the state of Michigan and Roseville Community Schools. Congratulations again. Now it's my pleasure to introduce our very dedicated Superintendent of Roseville Schools, John Comment.
Good evening, friends, graduates, relatives, and parents. Tonight is a special night for these graduating seniors, and it is an honor to be part of your celebration. No event in our society more than high school graduation means that our babies are now adults. I know the pride that I've gone through raising 6 children and witnessing their graduations, and I know the pride that all of you are going through tonight. One of the graduation speeches that I read about was given by one of the greatest world leaders of last century. His name was Winston Churchill, and Churchill was in charge of England during World War II. Churchill had to repeat the 8th grade 3 different times. Miriam, never give up. He repeated the 8th grade, graduated, became one of the greatest orators in the history of public speaking, and was invited to Oxford to do the graduation speech there. Oxford University is one of the most prestigious colleges in the entire world. Churchill walked up to the podium, took off his hat, looked at all of you graduates, all the graduates there, said, "Never give up," put his hat on, and went back and sat down. Pretty short speech. I'd like to tell you a short story. Some of you may have heard it before. But there was a farmer who owned a real old donkey. The donkey was a real pain in the neck. And all of a sudden he heard the braying of the donkey, and he says, what did that donkey get into now? So he went out and he looked around his property, and he had a lot of property, and he finally found the donkey at the bottom of a well. It was an empty well, and he said, I'll just call all my friends and we'll come over, tell them to bring their shovels, and we'll just fill in the well and I'll get rid of the donkey. They came over and they started shoveling dirt into the well. And as every shovel came down, the donkey dodged it and then stepped on the mound that the new dirt was causing. All of a sudden, after about 10 minutes, the donkey stopped hee-hawing, and the farmer went over, and sure enough, there was so much dirt that the mound had grown that the donkey actually stepped out of the well and trotted away. There's a couple more morals here. Number one, the obvious, never give up. That's extremely important. No matter if life throws dirt at you, dodge that dirt and keep going. Never give up. Back to the donkey. He came back, went up to the farmer, and bit the farmer into, as Forrest Gump would say, buttocks. And the second moral of the story is if you do something bad, it usually comes and bites you in that buttocks. Never give up. I'm looking for where I should be. I guess I want to say to the seniors again, life is going to shovel dirt on you. It's more important how you dodge that dirt and you go on. One of the great generals of last century, and a lot of you probably saw the movie, was George Patton. Patton had a quote, "I don't measure a man by his success, but not how high he climbs, but how high he bounces back after he hits bottom." Never give up. The importance of the story is no matter what happens, some of you, unfortunately, are going to have dirt thrown at you. Dirt can be gold. Dirt can be a gift, as it was to the donkey. It's important how you dodge that dirt and how you keep stepping up and how you go through life by never giving up. Seniors, this is a fantastic day for you. You've achieved a milestone, 13 years of hard work. Friends and memories are important as the precious education that you received. The diploma you're about to receive tonight has your name on it. I would ask you to think, though, of who else's name should be on that. You didn't get there without help from parents, friends, relatives. All of those people helped you get to this point tonight in your lives. As you walk across the stage tonight, think of the parents and other ones that helped you get to this point. Families are the foundation of our society. Families give you love. We find strength in our families. We learn values. Take care of your families. Hopefully, you will always have the love of your family, and when you have families of your own, you give that love back to them. Graduates, as the song goes, the wind beneath my wings, your parents, grandparents, guardians are the wind that's been below your wings. I would like to have you recognize all those people that helped you get here tonight. And as I call off your name, will you please stand up? First of all the parents in the audience please stand? Come on, parents, stand up. Keep standing. Will all the grandparents please stand? Will all the brothers and sisters please stand? Will the teachers please stand? Anyone else that helped raise these graduates, please stand. Seniors, give them an applause. Thank you. The diploma you're about to receive comes from a Board of Education that truly believes in education and the importance of an education. Hopefully you're not only just going to receive this diploma, hopefully you're going to take the skills and your desire to learn and have that the rest of your lives. We are now at graduation time. Seniors, I hope all of your dreams come true, and God bless you.
It is my honor to begin the roll call for the graduating class of 2017. In order to maintain the proper decorum of this event, we ask that everyone please remain seated so those around you will be able to see the graduates receive their diplomas. The first diploma is given to the class valedictorian, Miriam Oluwafumilayo Oloko. The second diploma is given to the class salutatorian, Autumn Marie Van Dam. The third diploma is given to the class president, Ricky Donald Shackelford. For the remainder of the roll call, we ask that you hold all applause until the last graduate in each section receives his or her diploma. Then we ask that you congratulate the entire section of graduates together. Will my section please rise and come forward to receive their diplomas? Christopher Roy Abraham. Kaylee Alexandria Adams. Santonian Dion Adams II. Natalie Madeline Ackner Jennison. Abdul Ghaffar I. Alzadi. Autumn Sapphire Anderson. Darius Christian Artis. Devin Austin Armstrong. Akila Karan Ashadi. Tyler Blake Atkinson. Micah Micaiah Avant. Matthew David Batts. Jessica Marie Bacon. Matthew David Ballard. Brandon Lee Sean Banks. Courtney Lynn Barrick. Jenna Nicole Bardos. Jacob Michael Baruth. Aaliyah Monet Bushline. Quanisha Lanice Blake. Austin Gabriel Blanton. Alexander James Bowling. Jared Allen Bonner. Devin Anthony Booker. Javion Torres Boyd. Kevin Bradley Jr. Pierre Antonio Branch. Antonio William Brock. Kaylin Sharice Brockman. Jalen Carson Brooks. Lynn Brooks. Charles Jalen Browning. Rebecca Lynn Budd. Jacob Alexander Burke. Please join me in congratulating these seniors. Will the next section please rise and come forward to receive their diploma? Curtis Alfonso Burney. Cameron Burton. Joshua Delano Butler. Catherine Hope Callender. Curtis Calloway. Julia May Camerata. Ajane Kristen Cameron. Elena Miracle Carl. Thomas Caro. Maisie Page Castillo. Mary Carol Chafin. Michaela Nicole Chalmers. Emily Marie Chamberlain. Chang Chang. Kristen Renee Chapman. Ryan Hunter Chapman. Alexis Savannah Charette. Ryan Michael Chaklowski. Jessica Ann Chess. Jacqueline Lee Chivers. Kelvin Ronell Clark. Jalen Clavon. Matthew Joseph Clay. Ashley Lynn Coburn. Jada La Avion Coker. Naja Mae Collier. Christopher Arnell Collins. Montel Lance Cooper. Keith DeJuan Cope. Amber Copeland. Please join me in congratulating these seniors.
Will the next section please rise and come forward to receive their diplomas? Ryan Michelle Copeland. Joshua Coulter. Matram Zadzik. Shakira Diana Daly. William Chase DeShong. Matthew David Dickin. Sierra Mae Dishman. Reiner Charles Dobson. Anthony Edward Dombrowski. Christopher Michael Eckert. Nicholas Raymond Eckert. Olivia Renee Edwards. Talasia Nicole Edwards. Kyle Joseph Evans. Tyler Michael Fessenden. Bianca Lucia Figueroa. Lauren Danielle Finn. Zane Stephen Fisher. Ayana Danae Fitzgerald. Trevor Joseph Ford. Rose Megan Frescura. Lily Catherine Gale. Hannah Marie Geiger. Marisa Laureen Gibson. Antonio Montez Gilliam. Matthew Paul Gillich. Anton Gladney. Alexander Josue Gonzalez. Stephanie Maria Govea Mirales. John Adam Grant. Tyler Christopher Greet. Andrew Lee Gresham. Gavin Ryan Jeffrey. Raven Morgan Gustafson. Noah David Hatterer. Faith Elena Hall. Caitlin Louise Hall. Theodore Edward Holt. Please join me in congratulating these seniors. Will the next section please rise and come forward to receive their diplomas?
Drink is in your glass.
Tyler Dennis Hardacre. Audrey Elizabeth Harrington. Ashley Marie Harris. Jacob Richard Hartman. Marcellus Hayes. Katylyn Marie Heinrich. Kylie Nicole Hoff. Jordan Charmaine Hoger. Lataven Dewan Horn. Jonathan Ronald Hosky. Jared Michael Howe. Jordan Alexander Hugler. Desmond Jared Hughes. Kevon Hall. Michael Hunter. Anthony Michael Ime. Cody Michael Jankowski. Caitlin Amir Jarrett. Austin Tyler Jesse. Pearl John. Jada Amari Johnson. Juan DeMarco Johnson. Kamara Johnson. Naya Nicole Johnson. Robert Lee Johnson. Elise Janae Jacqueline Jones. Alyssa Marie Jones. Javante Jones. Nyani Sharee Jordan. Hannah Catherine Rose Carricker. Alec Edward Kaluska. Please join me in congratulating these seniors.
Will the next section please rise and come forward to receive their diplomas? Alan Kaminsky. Flora Lucille Cavallard. Madeline Lee Kay. Donald Andrew Kelly. Kevin Kettles. Shimon Keys. Cassandra Ann Knox. Emily A. Coe. Joseph Kowalczyk. Christopher Matthew Kreiner. Mariah Nicole Curdy. Madison Rose Kurtz. Tori Christopher Lafitte. Sean Michael Lagassa. Zachary William Lant. Lily Gail LaRoe. Derek Joe Lawrence. Brianna LeBlanc. Evan Lee Leader. John Lynn. Danielle Denise Little. Roland Lorenzo Logan. Jalissa Sabri Longjali. Ayana Gabrielle Lowe. Tiffany Ann Ludwig. Arnella Lulich. Luther Coleman Link Jr. Marquisha Chanel Lynn. Rayanne Alice McGee. Rasul Mahomes. Anthony Charles Masiano. Brittany Diane Major. Matthew Antoine Marlin. Jasmine Marie Marcelli. Devin Martin. Please join me in congratulating these seniors.
Will the next section please rise and come forward to receive their diplomas? James Alfonso Martin. Jalen Andrew Mathis. Michael Andrew Matuszewski. Jasmine Lynn McLean. Savannah Cynthia Marie McSwain. Derek Marcel Miller, Jr. Benton Mills. Soleil Nadal Moreau. Brandon Alante Moore. Rachel Nicole Moore. Montia Debris Moore. Justin Mackenzie Moore Fountain. Megan Nicole Mosley. Nicholas Thomas Muchik. Lexus Taylor Mund. Simone Avernell Murphy. Thomas Edward Murphy. Jocelyn Paige Myers. Danica Renee Nacy. Jessica Pauline Helga Neer. Raven Shakita Simone Newberry. Arthur Francis Newman. Savon Carl Noble. Jason Jamal Norton. Christian Blake Oakley. Carly Joe Obrecht. Rachel Virginia Orler. Shantae Sheena Donetta Parker. Maya Chinook Partridge. Devontae Keith Payne. Brandon Lee Perry. Lucas Richard Pesick. please join me in congratulating these seniors.
Will the next section please rise and come forward to receive their diploma? Danasia Brene Pledger. Destiny Jade Plashinsky. Chantanez Kate Poole. Dwayne Lewis Portiz. Nathaniel Benjamin Powers. Kaylee Nicole Preston. Juliana Jane Ray. Tiffany Summer Reed. Thomas Matthew Linke. Tyler Allen Rates. Christian David Lee Reynolds. Joseph Dawn Resnich. Kayla May Richards. Sydney Danielle Richards. Ariel Charisse Richardson. Jarice Ryder. Caden Ryder. Antonio Rivers. Anthony Charles Winfield Robart. Kiera Deschanel Robinson. Dylan Roshan. Riley Christopher Roglin. Kayla Shanice Rogers. Jacob Rolder. Morgan Page Rudnick. Brittany Marie Saltzgaber. Gina Marie Sara. Nico Giovanni Savage. Joseph Jeffrey Schmidt. Thomas Drake Schneider.
Charles Shadowski. Adriana Nicole Scott. Safa Imad Shukani. Diamond Sigler. Jada Tyrell Simmons. Pavan Martez Simmons. Taylor Scott Smart. Chanel Marie Smith. Please join me in congratulating these seniors.
Will the next section please rise and come forward to receive their diplomas? Damaris Smith Edwards. Paige Danielle Sopiak. Melissa Grace Springer. Danielle Marie Squalls. Mackay Sean Patrick Stanley. Cheyenne Rose Stanley. Alan Michael Stark. Mark Stevens Jr. Destiny Arnaz Stewart. Tyler Noah Street. Tyriana Stubbs Ashley. Cody James Steiber. Eric Daniel Swider. Mackenzie Marie Tavernier. Egypt Monisha Taylor. Melissa K. Taylor. Antonio Tenza. Jacob Teppen. Shelley Laura Terry. Alexandra Ann Terry Martin. Ajane Rose Thomas. Dejanay Charmaine Thomas. Brianna Ariane Tompkins. Hannah Rose Tiller. Nathan Kenway Tork. Tony Kindle Townsell. Ariana Lynn Tyson. David Earl Underwood III. Andrew David Urbanchuk. Alexandria Marie Van Allen. Brianna Tsai Vang. Lee Vang. Please join me in congratulating these seniors.
Will the next section please rise and come forward to receive their diplomas? Victor Aubrey Vasquez. Kiera Rose Vest. Matthew Moore Vodak Jr. Callista Ann Marie Vraven. Seamus John Berlin Waterlow. Tristan Allen Wagner. Jalen Jermaine Deshaun Walker. Stephanie Pearl Walker. Kirsten Tiana Walker Miller. Tyron Deshaun West. Marissa Chanel White. Tia Chantal Whitman Gillespie. Reno Austin Witt. Christopher Michael Williams. Javante Javon Williams. Remy Marcellus Williams. Jacqueline Danielle Willis. Tiana Jamisha Wilson. Andrea Withers. Ashley Lynn Weibo. Susan Yang. Alec Christian Zajac. Zion Hope Jeremiah Littlejohn. Martise Lee May Zorn. join me in congratulating these seniors and the class of 2017.
It's my privilege to introduce Mr. Ricky Shackelford, President of the class of 2017, to lead you through the Tassel ceremony. Ricky?
I'm not going to keep you too long because my stomach's been growling all night. But first off, I would like to give a big thank you to all the teachers, the principals, and the board members, and especially a big thank you to all the parents that made this night possible. Without you, I don't think we would get too far. I also like to thank all my classmates for voting me and Alex Martin as your senior class president and vice president. It's truly been an honor to represent you all this year. But tonight, we come together to love and enjoy each other's company one last time as we embark on this final high school experience called graduation. On that note, I want to say just a couple things about the class of 2017. It's been a roller coaster ride, am I right? Yes, sir. But through the ups and downs and thick and thins, we stuck it through together. From the homecoming pep assembly, where we were definitely the loudest class in the gym, to the end of the year senior barbecue that we had on the front lawn. This class is truly a special one. With the majority of us going off to college or entering the workforce, I think we're going to bring much pride to Roseville High School. But on a more serious note, not only as a class, but as a school, we've faced some real hardships with having to deal with 5 deaths in the last 4 years. Julius, Joe, Ryan, Kenny, and Mr. Sharp. At this moment, I would like to have a moment of silence for them tonight. Rest easy and fly high, loved ones. Now, before I lead us into moving our tassels, I would like to read to you all a poem that I wrote for this special night. 4 long years, all ending today. Times of trials and tribulations, times of merry and gay. We've learned so many lessons from the things we have been taught and seen. Now let's go out and show the world, Roseville, the immaculate class of 2017. Now, the tassel gets moved from the right to the left to show that we have left the building. So now I would like to ask all my fellow graduates to stand up, please. Tassel in the right hand, and throw that baby to the left. Congratulations on graduating from Roseville Community Schools.
Thank you.